simple thing that I'm talking about right now is the reason why so many destiny are not fulfilled. Hey my love, welcome or welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're sharing what God has actually did in our heart. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. You're not seeing this video by mistake. You're not seeing it by luck or by coincidence. Nothing is coincidence with God. There's anything that has to do with God is not coincidence. It's something that has been planned and has been ordained. So if you're seeing this video right now, God has a word for you. I live in a country where there's no constant light, so that's why I'm still like on my it's sleep well, but because I did not want to forget what God actually whispered to me. It taught me three things. So if number one or number two is not for you, definitely number three is going to be for you. The whole three is just going to be a blessing to you. And the funny thing is, I do not have a script, I do not have anything. I'm just going to say it as the Holy Spirit directs me. And I pray that this will be a blessing to you. So if you intend saving this video for later, ask the spirit of procrastination. One lesson that God actually put in my heart to tell you today is that every time and each time that He tells you something or He speaks to you to do something and you shift it, that's you shifting the manifestation of His power in your life. So if God lays something in your heart for you to do, any idea, any wisdom that He has placed in your heart to do, and you're like, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow, you're saving it for tomorrow, He is telling me to tell you that you're shifting, you're postponing the manifestation of His power. And one thing most of us do not know is that what He says to one, He says to all. So what you think that God is placing in your heart, He's not only placing it in your own heart. I don't know if you've actually ever experienced this thing that maybe God told you something to do, or He sent someone to tell you to do something and you didn't do it. Or maybe you postpone it before you could do that thing. You realize that someone else is doing this particular thing. And you're wondering that I didn't tell this thing to anyone. That's to tell you that God has so many vessels. He has thousands and millions of children, of sons and daughters. So if He's telling you a thing, He's also telling someone else. Yes, there might also be kind of a specific thing attached to yours to make yours different. But what He tells to one, He tells it to all. And God leaves something in your heart, don't procrastinate. And procrastination is a very silent killer. Yes, it's one habit that kills silently. It's subconsciously crept into us. It's something that we do it every day. Most people actually procrastinate. I'm just going to share this story. So I'm taking a cybersecurity course in the month of October. Someone actually sent me a link to apply for a scholarship for mentorship because I've been looking for mentorship. So I applied the first day. I didn't complete it because so I was ought to write something about essay or so of why I wanted it and how it's going to be beneficial and all that. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to take my time in writing this thing because I want to stand out. Okay, after that day, the second day, I was not still done and God said something to me, said, go and complete this thing. I didn't listen. I was just like, oh, let me just do what I'm doing, then I'll go back to it. So before, okay, maybe I was doing what I was doing. I was on social media, I was scrolling. I know one thing about scrolling is with social media scrolling is it's always endless. You're moving from one app to another, and before you know, your time is far past. So no, I was going to do it the third day, which happens to be on Sunday. I was like, okay, I'll submit it the third day, and lo and behold, on the last day that I intend submitting it, I opened that link around 5 p.m. in the evening, only to realize that it has been closed. I was so upset, I was so angry at myself because I didn't know about the deadline. One thing about procrastinator is that they think that there's opportunity every day. The opportunity might come again, but it can't be the same. Our God is a God of time and season. What He placed in our heart to do in summer is not something He's going to place in your heart to do during fall or during winter. So if you keep what He tells you to do in fall or in spring till summer, you can't get the same result. And I'm not even sure you will achieve that same level of things He would have want you to achieve. This simple thing that I'm talking about right now is the reason why so many destiny are not fulfilled. We keep on postponing it till another day. Whereas we forget that the God that actually creates us is a God of season and time. Procrastination is the reason why so many people live a life of mediocre because they think the season and opportunity lasts forever, which it's a big lie. It doesn't. When there's this common word that people do say that opportunity comes back once, and some people say no, opportunity comes knocking every day. Even though the opportunity is going to come every day, the one that come yesterday can come by again today. It's going to be another one, and you don't know if the one that came yesterday was the one God and is the one that God actually assigned to your destiny. A lot of us already have the 2025 goals, the new me, new goal, new year, new me, new goals, and when it's getting to the middle of February, it's all dashed out. Not like we can't get those things done, but there will be procrastination allowed then. So the thing is, if only we understand how volatile, how fast the time is, that will make us understand that the things that we can achieve in our 20s, we can't, some of those things we can't achieve in our 30s. And the things we can achieve in 30s are not things that we can achieve in 40. Time is one of the most expensive, in fact, it's the most expensive currency because it doesn't come by twice. 2 o'clock of 31st of December 2024 can't, it's not the 2 o'clock of December 31st, 2025. It doesn't. So if God is telling you something, if he has given you an idea, he has told you what to do in 2025, please and please don't postpone it till later. Do it with immediate action. Please, nobody is going to respect you because of the dreams, the vision you have, because of the dreams you've told people, what you've mentioned, what you've told people severally, what God has actually laid in your heart, how big and magnificent it is. No one is going to respect you based on that. People will only respect you because of what you do and what you achieve at the end of the day. It's not about how big your dream is. It's about how big your action towards your dream is. The best way to solve procrastination is self motivate yourself and self discipline yourself until you're able to motivate yourself, discipline yourself all by yourself. You're not ready for greatness yet. I'm very sure most of us have actually planned our goals, what we intend to achieve in 2025. What I'm here to talk about also is that have you planned with God? With everything you've mentioned, have you taken it up to Him? Have you seek His face concerning it? So you do not want to make empty goals, things that does not align with God and His words, His purpose in your life. You do not also want to run a race this year. You don't want to run a race in 2025, a race that does not align to the purpose and calling of God in your life. You've run 2024. How far? How was it? And if you were someone that did the 2025 all by your own strength, how was it? I'm very sure you're tired. So if you've made those plans without Him, I want you to go back right now and seek His face. Meet Him, tell Him, Daddy, I want you to speak to me. I want you to speak to me. I want you to tell me what your purpose for my life is. I want to run in the direction you're calling me. Those are the things you want to talk to Him. I'm not saying that this prayer is a two-way communication. as you're talking to him. Prepare your heart to hear from him. Don't just go like, daddy this, daddy that, father, Lord, this and that. Let it be like you're communicating with someone the way you communicate with your earthly father. Yeah, build that intimacy with God. Be sure he will leave you with a word. And make sure you run with the word and do not procrastinate. That's the second one. Ensure that your goals for 2025 is aligned in his purpose. So the third word that God laid in my heart today to tell you is that is bringing you out from that chaos to peace, from chaos to calmness. If currently you're drowning in the storm of worry, you're full of fear, you're full of anxiety, your heart is trembling, 2024 has been so chaotic, the year has been so chaotic, you've been moving, it's been from one crisis to another. God is here. He's telling me to bring you this word today that is giving you peace. Even in the midst of that chaos, even in the midst of that crisis. Philippians 4 verse 6 to 7 says that do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. Okay, what most of us do not know is that anxiety is not failure of faith. Rather, it's an opportunity for us to get closer to God. So if you're passing through any stormy or any difficult life situations, God is telling me to tell you that He's giving you peace over it. That don't look at the difficulty and the complexity of your problem. Look unto the one who created you. In life, we'll get to face several things. This year that we're entering, you want to hold on to God. You want to hold on to Him firmly. True calmness is not in the absence of chaos, but rather it's in the presence of God. So when we trust God wholly, when we trust Him when we trust God in totality, it turns even the chaos, even the anxiety, even the fear, it turns every of them to a moment of peace. So here is God telling you today that no matter whatsoever you're going to face, no matter whatsoever that is going to happen in the year, to trust Him totally. Hand it all over to Him and let Him give you that peace that you need. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell, and each time there's a video on this channel you get to be among the first people to see it. So if you're looking to live a purpose-filled life, a life that is filled with Christ, a fulfilled life, a purpose-driven life, a life that will help you okay, the ability to build intimacy with God, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and become a part of this community, a part of this family. Thank you very much and love you, and see you in my next video.